Hi everyone, Miss Thea here. Thank you for joining me for a read-aloud of Scaredycrow, written by Christopher Hernandez, illustrated by Kyle Poling, and published by Scholastic. On a large farm in the country lay a cornfield, and in the middle of the field stood one lonely scarecrow. The scarecrow was made of hay, and he wore old clothes with a floppy hat on his head. He had one job to do: scare the animals away from the field so they did not eat the corn. But there was one itsy-bitsy problem. The scarecrow was afraid of the animals. In fact, he was afraid of everything. He was a scaredycrow. When crows flew by in the day, Scaredycrow would say, "Oh no, here come the crows. Please don't peck at my hay." Then instead of trying to scare them, he would shake his head, wave his arms, and shout, "Crows, crows, go away. Come again another day." And the crows flew away. When bats swooped by in the night, Scaredycrow would squeal, "What's that? It must be bats. Please don't screech at me." Then instead of scaring them, he would close his eyes, cover his ears, and yell, "Bats, bats, don't attack. Please leave me and don't come back." And the bats swooped away. Scaredycrow really was scared of everything. But what he didn't know was that everything was scared of him. His waving and shaking frightened the crows during the day. His yelling and screaming worried the bats through the night. Everybody was scared of each other. Then one day a little brown field mouse moved to the farm. All the animals greeted him. The mouse noticed Scaredycrow standing by himself in the field. "Who's that?" he asked his new friends. "Whatever you do, stay away from that scarecrow. He's scary," the bats and crows warned. "He loves to yell and will catch you if you go near him." The little mouse looked back at Scaredycrow again. He didn't look scary at all, just very lonely. "If the animals hadn't greeted me when I moved to the farm, I might have been all alone," thought the mouse. "Maybe all he needs is a friend." So the little mouse scurried into the field. When Scaredycrow heard the little mouse, he closed his eyes and shrieked, "Eek! A monster!" But even though Scaredycrow startled him, the little field mouse did not run away. He waited patiently for Scaredycrow to calm down and then said, "Hello, my name is Tiny, and I would like to be your friend." "You want to be friends with me?" asked Scaredycrow. He had never made a friend before. He was always too scared. Tiny smiled and said, "Yes, I do. And might I add, you are certainly not as scary as the crows and bats told me." "They are scared of me?" asked Scaredycrow. "How could that be?" "They are scared because you always yell and wave your arms at them," said Tiny. "They think you want to catch them." Scaredycrow knew what it felt like to be scared, and the last thing he wanted was to frighten the other animals. "What can I do to show them that I'm not scary?" he asked Tiny. "Let's invite the animals to the field so they can meet you," Tiny squeaked. "Then you can show them what a nice scarecrow you are." Tiny gathered all the animals and brought them out to the cornfield. The animals were nervous. What would the scarecrow do? "Hello, Scaredycrow," Tiny said. And instead of shouting and waving, Scaredycrow smiled and said, "Hello, friends. Would you like some corn on the cob?" Soon everyone was laughing and having a great time, and Scaredycrow wasn't scared of anything anymore. Well, almost anything. The end. Thank you all for joining me for this read aloud of Scaredycrow. See you all next time. Bye-bye.